My ancestors have been in America since the early 17th century. And for the first 244 years, we never had a problem finding a job.
Hi, I'm Todd Kreidler, and I'm directing co-conceived How I Learned What I Learned. It's the closest he left us to a memoir.
My mother came from Spear, North Carolina, in 1937, and settled in a neighborhood here in Pittsburgh called the Hill District.
The idea was always to, after radio golf, that it would be the 11th play that would come along, that we would come and do How I Learned What I Learned, and he would perform it, and we would go around the country with it. And then when he became ill, he left it for me to do with an actor. What I've done is I've continued in the spirit of where we were going and what it would become. It's still all his material. He wrote. It's all his stories. It's his voice. But I've continued to shape it into a performance text.
Hey, I'm Eugene Lee. I'm the actor in How I Learned What I Learned.
In August, you're going to have to learn how to write a poem. And I set myself on a concerted effort.
Most of the stories are 1965 Hill District.
Right.
So you've got a story of a community, too, that was thriving, as he paints it, 55,000
Right.
people prior to the riots. So you've got a community that's thriving. And you also have, Eugene, what I've been hearing in the room is you hear that double. You hear the 20-year-old poet, but you also hear the 58-year-old
Right.
who performed it at the time. So you've got those two voices, and him plumbing. His exploration on the page is always, where do the ideas and attitudes of his characters come from? This is an opportunity to see, where does the ideas and attitudes of August Wilson come from?
See, Sy was an African, but he was an African lost in America. And if you're an African in America, there are adjustments and things that you have to make, because your natural impulses are different than the way things are done. Sy had trouble making that adjustment.
And Sy is one of the moments in the play that really touches me in a way. Because he says Sy had a hard time making those adjustments that you have to make if you're an African in America. And he lost his mind.
Yeah.
And there, but by the grace of God, goes August, or myself, or anybody else, from the Hill, for that matter.
Now, in the Hill District in 1937 was an amalgam of the unwanted. Blacks, Syrians, Jews, Italians, Irish, with each ethnic group seeking to cast off any vestiges of the old country, changing names, changing manners, and given a myriad of unlimited opportunities, changing economic circumstance, and moving up, out, in, bludgeoning the malleable parts of themselves, melting into the pot, becoming and defining what it means to be an American.
So his work it's like Shakespeare. It's so big that it encompasses. There is a social component, there's a political component, psychological, spiritual, mystery.
Crawford Grill. They were listening to John Coltrane. They were listening to the music. It filtered out. See, to go inside the Crawford Grill, you had to pay a cover charge. And drinks cost 95 cents. Now down the block, they cost 30 cents. So this group out here, they can't afford to go inside to hear John Coltrane. But the music is coming out over the heads of the patrons inside the bar. John Coltrane ain't playing for the people inside the bar. He's playing for these guys out here. See, because the people inside the bar, they don't even know how to pronounce John Coltrane's name. But for these guys out here, they see it as their weapon. Music is their shield. Now, in order to understand this, you have to be able to understand that this music is the thing that enabled them to survive the most outrageous insults.
Eugene and I have discovered from the first day how special it is to do this here. And even though August did the piece around the country, and you know, and then it's been out a few times in New York and Atlanta, but we're bringing this home.
How do you know what you know? You don't. How do you know it? How do I know I learned to keep my mouth shut? Even though after I saw that man get killed, I didn't speak a word to nobody for 6 months because I was afraid I was going to say the wrong thing. But have I learned that? We don't know.
The people that we draw to this will have some kind of personal relationship to, you know, the geography, literally, if not the psychological geography, that he's going to lay out for audience. So it's really special, and there's a demand to deliver this in the right way and to, you know, to bring it home and to I feel
Right.
I feel a pressure is fuel, not the, you know, if that makes sense. I feel it's good, it's healthy pressure, but it's definitely, it's Super Bowl time for us.